I think it's safe to say I went all out this year, Jack. And for the audio listeners that are saying, why is that possible? Well, click the link in the description on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and you'll realize why real quick. I got a mouthful of beard hair. I got sweat in places that you don't want to have sweat in when you're trying to record a podcast. Well, it's Christmas time, folks.
If you haven't told Santa what you want for Christmas yet, look no further.
I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. And it's holiday season. And this is the Pipe It Up Christmas special. Cue the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pipe It Up podcast, the official podcast of MLW Wiffle Ball. Santa checking in here for the 2023 rendition of the Christmas special.
Hey!
We got Jack Aigner and Kyle Schultz, a couple of good boys here joining us, and we're going to break down, everything holiday season.
Yeah, this is the annual.
I'm excited.
Holiday episode.
I feel like this might be a little bit more raw than the past ones, though. It's a busy holiday season, dude. We're adults.
Been very
lots
busy.
to do.
In classic fashion, I showed up bearing no gifts. And I think I've done that before on this episode. So
okay.
we're staying true to our colors. They didn't make it in time. Didn't prepare. That's on me. But this is going to be a fun episode.
I will also call a spade right now and say I will probably be losing more and more clothing as this episode goes on, especially considering the fact that the fireplace is now on.
Oh, baby.
'Tis the season.
Oh, baby.
This is a hot outfit, and you guys know me. I tend to sweat. So
It is
the
hot.
beard will be off soon. Next would probably be the coat. Pants will stay on. Hopefully the hat and the hat.
Question,
hat and
Tom,
the hair.
where'd you get the outfit? Did you just have that laying around?
It just spawned. I asked my mom for Christmas decorations for the house here, the MLW crib, and it was a crate full of stuff, and there was one trash bag labeled Santa suit. So I said, "Yep, I'll take that."
Lovely.
So
looks
You
good. Looks
rock
good.
it well.
I think I'd be if you give me a set of fake gray brows and like an extra 150 pounds, I'd be a good Santa.
Pillows.
Pillows. No,
Yeah,
I want the real weight.
do you think you could hold your own if like a grocery store hired you to cover 3 hours for kids?
No, just because of the size factor.
Yeah, you'd be tough to-
So fraudulent.
They'd spot you as a fake.
I would need to
easily.
start prepping now for like the 2025 holiday season. Give me 2 years to pack on a hundo.
You think you could?
I'd be the
Do
shortest.
you think you could put 100 pounds on in 2 years? Realistically?
Could you imagine?
I feel like
What if you went like?
I don't know. I don't think everyone could.
Yeah.
Like it definitely depends on your body.
You could just go Nikki Cast down, put like a pillow in your belly.
I could go pillows, but I also feel like Santa's a big figure. I'm also a short guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The kids might be able to sniff it out. You know, you being so short and skinny.
Yeah,
You're not really pulling
It'd
off
be like the scene in
full
Elf. It's
Santa
like the scene in
figure.
Elf.
Yeah,
I
especially
mean,
those MLW fan kids. Those are some smart kids right there.
Those are some smart cookies, and it's just like the scene in Elf where from afar they might get excited, and then the kid will be right here in my lap and like, who the heck are you? You know what I mean? Cool it, kid.
You're a fraud.
You want to talk? What does he say? What does he say to him? It's something really funny. That's a great scene in that movie.
Smell like beef and cheese, like that whole scene.
He's like,
is so
cool
funny.
it, Zippy.
Yeah. Cool it, Zippy. It's not Santa. Rips the beard off.
It's a fake.
That is
This
a great
beard is
scene.
not going to happen. But overall, the problem this year, Jack, last year we were busy traveling. I said I wasn't in the holiday spirit.
Mhm.
This year I got to blame the weather. The cold, or the not too cold, but the rainy, wet, just green grass everywhere here in Michigan. It's tough. I like the snow on the ground. I don't like snow, but from December 1st to the 30th, give me snow.
Yes.
You know, give me
yes. It's not really, you don't really feel like you're into the Christmas season until there's some snow on the ground, which is interesting because it's always been like that for us. But I mean, people celebrate Christmas all over the place.
That's
in
true.
areas
This
that
is a
don't have
Michigan
snow,
Christmas.
but this is specifically, in areas that get snow. We are getting some today, so we'll see.
Unfortunately for you.
We'll see if that's
Jack almost didn't make it here to the studio tonight.
It was a long haul out here today,
was.
but well worth it. Well
Worth
worth
it?
it for the holiday episode.
That's good. We'll cut you some slack there on the gifts then. You would have stopped if you had time, but the roads.
I was hoping they would get here before, but they did not. So
Yeah, I had the same problem too. Whereas, like,
it's not like I had 365 days to prepare.
No, I know, but you think it's like December 10th. You're like, yeah, I got time, and then things pop up, and then it's like the 18th, 19th. You're like, oh yeah, let me just order them today. Oh, there goes the beard. And then it's like, oh, your order is not guaranteed by the holidays. And I'm like, what? And then you got to pay an extra $20 to ship it fast, and it still doesn't make it in time. It's classic. All right, let's just get rid of this now. Oh God.
That lasted all of
The first
4
article
minutes.
of clothing is gone.
We'll leave it down here. How's that look?
That's good. Yeah.
Is that good?
No, that looks
Raging
good.
chest hair
I
now.
shaved this. I shaved
Tuck
this.
it in a little bit.
I shaved this. I shaved the stash. Now it's just the beard only.
Now you look like George Washington with the
Yeah,
curls.
look like Jesus a little bit, like Michael in The Office. But what was I even saying? Yeah, I had that issue today with some Secret Santa gifts I needed to get, and I had to pay for the expedited shipping because I waited so long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's brutal.
It is brutal too, and it's also brutal when you go to buy something that you were looking at on Black Friday. You're like, I don't need that for a gift, whatever. And then it comes time, you're like, I think I do need that, and then you pay double what you could have on Black Friday.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You gotta shop on Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. Do it all.
Yeah, you might as well
Save yourself so much money.
You might as well, and you get it done like earlier.
Yeah,
you know what I
I'm
mean.
with
You don't put yourself in my position.
How about we bring back in-person shopping? The malls, the big malls of the 80s and 90s and early 2000s.
That'll
guarantee you get your
people are,
gifts
like,
by
crawling
Christmas.
I was gonna say, that
each
was
other
getting
to get
dangerous. That was
through.
becoming a
Yeah.
safety hazard.
Yeah, you had to bring like.
But it's nostalgic though.
You had to bring like a club with you.
That's a part of society that we'll talk about when we're grandparents one day and be like, back in our day, people were dying and ended up
Storming
in
into
hospitals
Best
trying to
Buys.
get an Xbox. I never
Every
did.
year?
I never went.
I always said I wanted to.
I can't remember a time where I was actually
But-
hanging out in line waiting for something
As a
to open.
student of YouTube, though, those would always be some viral videos around late
By the
November,
time
early
I was
December.
old enough to buy anything or like drive myself anywhere, I feel like that era had kind of already died down a bit. It was already kind of the online thing.
I know. I also feel like there are families out there that was like a hardcore tradition. Like a year in and year out, it was like we're going, whatever store or mall that they chose, it was like they're lining up ready to go for it to open up. You know what I mean?
Do you guys remember like seeing families camped out in tents by like a Best Buy or like a
Yes,
Walmart, something like that? Like that was just
I'd
a
see
sight
pictures
to
of it.
see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd see pictures of it. Never did it. Kind of regret not doing it ever, but
Not having that
when it started to
experience.
get foolish to me was when if it was midnight Friday morning, I'm all for it. But I didn't like when it turned into like 5 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
problem.
Let the people enjoy Thanksgiving. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, we start our sale early now too, but that's because it's the norm and people expect it, and it's also just online.
It's online.
But yeah, when Target and Walmart and Best Buy started opening at 6 p.m. on Thursday, I was like, you know what?
No, you gotta let
I'm done with
Thanksgiving
this.
have
Magic's
its day.
gone.
Yeah, the magic's gone
Yeah.
for me. Black Friday. This is where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line? Start Wednesday? Start Tuesday? Like, where do you draw the line? Got to draw it somewhere.
Gotta draw it somewhere.
Other than that, yeah, the shopping, I'd say I've done a subpar job this year. I do have a home run gift, Jack. Do you have any home run gifts you want to share? I don't want to steal all the thunder here.
Like just one I'm super stoked to give.
Once you're super stoked to give, that the person you're giving it to probably won't hear it on this show.
You could share first.
Me first?
Yeah, well, let me think about that a little
Well, this is probably expected because I did the same thing last year, but this year is even better. So I mentioned last year on the show how I was excited to. Actually, I think at the time of Christmas, I was still entertaining the idea of getting my dad Lions tickets last year because we hadn't been to a game in 10 years, and they were on that hot streak. And then I ended up getting the tickets, and then they lost to Carolina on Christmas Eve last year. That like deflated me so bad because I already bought the tickets. But anyways, this year I bought Lions season tickets. That was back months ago. So I've had Lions season tickets all year, but a big part of the reason I bought them was with the hopes that they would win the division this year, which would give me then the right to get playoff tickets at face value, which you can't really do unless you have an in somewhere.
Right.
So did that, worked out. The Lions need to win one game out of the next 3. Hopefully they do it. If not, I'm going to really cringe listening back to this. But so I'll be taking my dad to the playoff game. First Lions home playoff game, I think, in 31 years,
That's
30
it.
years, something like
That's
that.
awesome.
So that's a home run. But I think he knows it's coming, though, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Not sad, but not as cool as like a shock.
That's still
you know?
cool.
What about you guys?
The one that I'm excited about, I think the person could
Listening?
potentially listen
That's
to this
that's
show,
okay,
so I'm
guys.
not going to share.
You can share
But,
later.
Yeah.
We'll listen to that for
yeah.
the new year.
Okay.
I guess similarly, like my whole family listens to this. I don't want to come out and say exactly what I'm giving
The
everybody in my
Schultz
family.
are big supporters.
That's true.
But,
The Pipe It
um,
Up podcast.
I put a lot of thought, and like it's always those ones where you hear about a product maybe in passing or like under their breath or like, oh, that would be cool. It's just like that they probably did not think you'd remember that you got from them. So like I'm happy that I kind of capitalized
I
on
will
that.
say that can backfire, though.
Oh, like they get it themselves or something.
That, or it's just something you didn't actually want, if that makes sense. Not saying this is what you
No.
got.
I
this
trust
is a funny story.
I trust my intuition.
Yeah. Did I tell the extension cord story in this podcast yet, Jack?
I don't know.
This is
I don't
good,
know.
guys. This is 100% a true story.
Buckle up.
So for my birthday this year, I turned 23 years old. No, 24.
Nice.
Getting old.
Attaboy.
And I don't even know how to tell this story. when I lived at home still, between college and moving here, we had a couple power outages in the Coughlin household. And for one of them, I noticed, which was not in the norm, my dad had like this giant extension cord that was 25 foot long, and like it came on a wheel, and in the wheel there was 4 other outlets and USB ports. So when I walked downstairs in the morning, we had to work at home that day, both of us, and we had no power. But this thing, we have one outlet that works in our house with a generator. Mm-hmm. So I walked down, and he has this like extension cord rig set up, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Where'd you get that? He's like, oh, Costco. I was like, oh, nice. Just set it in passing. So my birthday comes, and it's 100% true. I open a gift from my mom. I think she got me like a pair of shorts and a shirt, something like that. And then my dad's is this big, heavy box. I'm like, what the heck did this guy get me? And I open it up, and it's the extension cord. And I first thought it was a joke. And then he's like, yeah, you said you thought that was cool. I was like, yeah, I did. I did say that. And my mom's like behind him just laughing. And she's like, he was excited to give it to you. I was like, it's fine.
See, I think that's a good gift.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've used it once or twice here, but it was just funny to me.
My Sarah's parents are like really good at that. They've gotten me a couple gifts over the past couple years where I've mentioned something like one time, and even solid. We'll be like even leaving their house, and Sarah's like, you know, they're gonna get that for you now. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you said you like wanted that thing. I was like, I didn't even say I want it. I just said it was
cool.
Like they they got me an electric toothbrush, which for you kids might sound like the lamest gift ever. I can't even remember my life without an electric toothbrush now. Yeah. Like, I absolutely love it.
I actually got that for a Secret Santa gift this year.
It's amazing.
And it's a good gift. That's one of the home run, I think, because we were at my buddy's apartment, and I got his name in Secret Santa, and he won't hear this. And someone was like, Jack, is this, not you, Jack, different Jack. They're like, Jack, is this yours? And they hold up this toothbrush from his bathroom, and it looked like it was 15 years old. The bristles were all disgusting.
Yeah.
And one of the people at the party, a little gathering we were at, was like, you don't have an electric toothbrush? She was a dental hygienist. So she called him out on it. So I was like, I'm going to get an electric toothbrush. So I got him one funny gift and then the toothbrush too.
Good job.
But yeah.
He'll appreciate that.
That'd be a great MLW sponsor. Some sort of toothbrush.
Oral-B.
Personal
toothpaste,
care product or
Crest,
something.
Maybe Crest.
Yeah.
I think
let's get Brendan works for Procter & Gamble.
I know. The parents would really appreciate that.
P&G.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get Brendan on it.
He's the in.
But I will say I'm also not a great gift receiver. I'm always very appreciative, of course. But I'm also bad at asking for things. I think we talked about that before. So I have no idea what is going to be wrapped up this year. My parents also bought a place up north this year, so they kind of said, like, gifts are going to be minimal. Yeah. That's your guys' gift, which is fine. Totally fine.
It's, I mean, I don't know how, like, the amount of gifts at this age now is changing from when we were, like, younger, obviously. But there was sort of, like, a transitioning point where, you know, you make your list and you're all excited about like what you want. And then you kind of get to a point where it's almost just like, I'd rather just like have the money to like buy stuff, but that's not really as much fun. Like just, you know, cause I know some people will just ask for that. And cause they just want to spend the money on like whatever they want. But it also got to a point where I wouldn't even really ask for anything. And like my parents, really my mom who's doing the shopping would get like a bunch of great gifts for me that it's almost like I didn't even know I wanted or would appreciate. Yeah. And like, she was always just a really good gift giver. Yeah. Good gift giver, like very thoughtful.
We have one good tradition that I like. My mom does a pretty good job at is she's big into ornaments. So like our Christmas tree at home is very non-traditional. She gets, I think they're Hallmark ornaments. So they're not like just bulbs. They're like figurines and stuff like that. So because of that and her little collection she has going, she started to get us ornaments when we were younger, like various things, or ones that she bought when we were babies. And now every year she'll get us an ornament that like sort of highlights a piece of your life from that year.
Yeah.
So like I think I probably do have a wiffle ball one from at some point. The year I bought a guitar, I got like a guitar ornament. The year I graduated was like a cap and gown ornament, that kind of thing. So that's a very small, inexpensive gift that is cool.
My mom did a very, very similar thing. I think my favorite one, I had a VeggieTales ornament.
Oh, I love VeggieTales. Really I have a VeggieTales ornament.
No, it's them on the like toboggan or like sled. Okay. I don't remember the names of the characters, but it's the
Bob the Tomato.
It's the tomato.
Larry the cucumber.
And it's both of them.
Quick question:
both of them.
What channel was that on? Because our family never watched that.
I don't think
we watched it on
VHS.
We watched it on VHS.
Yeah, I had tapes.
So it wasn't a TV show.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
It wasn't.
I remember watching it.
It wasn't like a PBS or something.
I don't I don't know.
Could have been.
I couldn't tell you.
'Cause
But I definitely watched it on VHS.
Yeah, we
tape.
knew that you guys were always big fans of that, but we never watched it.
I had
that probably makes us sound so old.
on the VHS tapes. Yeah, the kids.
VHS tape.
VHS tapes. I had the VeggieTales and Land Before Time on loop. Those are my shows.
Oh yeah.
The dinosaur show. If you're ever familiar with that.
Yep.
But I miss those days. Those are the good holiday seasons. I will say too, Christmas break. Like as a kid, either a college student, high school student, cherish. If you're still in high school listening to this, college, cherish those weeks.
Yes.
Christmas break. There's
You don't
nothing
get 'em
like.
back.
There's nothing like Christmas break as a kid.
My experience is different just with being with basketball. It was kind of the worst over Christmas break, having to go in there every single time for a 2.5 hour practice. Pretty
What about
much.
college though?
That was good. That was good.
College is in between semesters too. You were an athlete. What was it like for you? Could you still come home and?
It was awesome, yeah, because that actually was a time where we could, come home for an extended period. Our break would typically be like about a month, which was nice.
That's awesome.
So, you definitely don't want to. It was always the battle of like trying not to get too out of shape in that month span while you're eating cookies and all this good home cooking while you're at home. But like that, I always really looked forward to Christmas break because it was the biggest, other than the summer, obviously, the biggest like extended break that you had, or I had at least in college.
Yeah, the eating over the holidays is always a challenge, I think, for a lot of us. For me, Christmas Eve is the big day for us. And usually for the meal, I do okay because it's not like crazy good food. We do a Polish traditional meal, which like isn't my favorite. But the desserts.
What's in the Polish traditional meal?
So we do, if there's any Polish people listening, you'll appreciate this, but we do like sauerkraut and kielbasa. So it's like kraut and sausage, and then pierogies, which I can get into in a little bit, but which are like little potato cakes, basically.
Yummy.
We do green beans, cheesy potatoes. My grandma makes a cream of mushroom soup as sort of the appetizer. And am I forgetting anything? Probably, but that's the bulk of it.
That sounds delightful.
Jack, I evacuated the house this past weekend because Tommy had some friends over and they're making all these dishes, and I was like, Tom, just have the house to yourself, create these dishes. I don't want to be in your space here.
You could have used another hand, but yeah, I was thinking about like what I want to bring to the people this year. I think last year I kind of gave like holiday advice, like spend time with family, whatever. And I got a new thing now. Start a new tradition. Bring something new to the table. We're all getting older, right? A lot of you guys are growing up with us. And so for this big Polish meal we do every year, my grandma does home make the noodles for the soup. And then she does sometimes what's called gołąbki, which is like a stuffed cabbage, which is a Polish thing too. But the pierogies, which are a Polish staple, they usually buy at a Polish market. I think it's out like an hour away from where we're at with MLW. So anyways, never home make those. I guess years and years and years ago before I was born, someone did home make them, but that tradition died out. And by coincidence, I was giving a mutual friend a ride home one day. And she was like, oh, my family and I do this thing every Thanksgiving over the weekend where we make pierogies and freeze them for the whole year. I was like, pierogies? No way. I was like, are you Polish? So anyways, got the recipe and invited her over and my other friends, and they helped me, and we did it. Made them from scratch.
Nice.
But it was a lot of work, a lot of prep, but I really appreciate their help because by myself would have been awful. So, yeah, yesterday we had the little assembly line going here. And
Did they turn out good?
I think so. I mean, like I said, Polish food like is not a very flavorful food. It's pretty basic. I think a lot of European food is. But I think they turned out good. You can definitely tell. So, essentially, what a pierogi is like think of like if you know what a calzone is to a pizza. It's like that, but for a potato filling or a sauerkraut filling. So it's like a little stuffed pocket. Yeah. So, when you compare it to what we get at the market.
Like potato hot pocket.
Yeah, it really is. So compared to what you get at the market, I feel like you're able to get a lot more filling in when you home make them, so they're plump.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'll show you them before you leave.
Nice.
Turned out good. So that was something you should do. Start a new tradition if you're ready to take on that challenge, and your family will appreciate it.
Nothing like just good home cooking, man. Doing it yourself.
It did smell like onions in here a little bit today, but I got a candle going now. So it was a mess.
That's all good. We I'm sure there's other families out there that do this, but non-food related tradition that we always have, ornament related.
Santa needs some milk.
Is there's a pickle ornament.
Oh, we do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think you do that too.
We do the pickle.
Yeah.
Also.
So I think a lot of families probably do that. I don't know what nationality.
No idea.
I'm not sure where that comes from, but that one's always fun. I have a pretty good record.
Can you explain the tradition for those that don't know?
For those that don't know, pickle ornaments, obviously the color of the Christmas tree, so sometimes it's very hard to find, and the someone will hide the ornament, and whoever's participating just has to find it. And the first one to find it gets whatever, present or prize or.
Yeah. So what's the real rule for that tradition? Because I think what I was told is whoever finds the pickle gets to open the first gift is what I think.
I think that's what we do.
Yeah. So I'm sure everyone does it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
We would actually have a separate gift, like
pickle
one
gift.
gift. So it's a pickle gift.
Wow.
Yeah,
I like that.
So it's like there's actually some stakes on the line.
What's usually included in the pickle gift?
It's usually some sort of something that everyone would be able to use. So it's either like cash or like a gift card or,
Nice.
I
like
maybe
that.
somewhere, gift card to a restaurant or.
Now you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dan goes all out. I'm always like probably the last one to wake up, but Dan is up and at 'em.
Dan,
Early in the
it
morning.
doesn't,
Oh, yeah.
I bet you Dan still makes a Christmas list for your parents.
I think it's in heavy progress right now.
I
Notes
will
app.
say though, I wonder what were your guys' Christmas lists as kids? Like, how would you do it? How elaborate was it?
I wouldn't put any clothes on there ever, and I'd still get clothes. I just always hated receiving clothes.
Yeah.
Which is funny because now I love getting clothes.
Now I love it. Now, it's awesome.
This
Because
is
I
a
hate shopping for clothes.
bit of an aside here, but yeah, I feel like everyone's like, oh, the transition phase when you're a kid getting like toys to clothes is bad. I feel like I kind of maybe when you're really young, clothes are no good, but getting new clothes is always good. I don't know. I never really hated that too much.
No, I mean, as a kid, I didn't appreciate it enough.
Yeah.
When it was like,
Clothes.
socks,
Pair of jeans. I
Yeah.
love getting
Oh,
socks.
socks
now.
are on my list this year.
Oh yeah, now it's like
I'm excited about it too.
yeah,
That was
for sure.
I actually asked for that. My mom said, "What do you want?" And I said, "I could use some new white footies, maybe a pair of jeans." Those are the two things I asked for.
I'll say it on the podcast. Like 2 Christmases ago, I just asked for like all new underwear because my underwear needed replacing.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It was
You gotta-
awesome. I
you gotta
was
replace the drawers every
super
now and then.
excited to get it.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Fresh set of drawers.
Yeah.
That's keep you warm during the holidays.
There's nothing like it.
Nothing like it. Where were we going? Christmas list. So
Yeah.
handwritten or what did you
Handwritten.
do? Handwritten.
For sure.
Yeah, I would handwrite it. I feel like I would handwrite it. Probably got to a point where I'd put it in a notes app eventually because you want to be able to like pass it around and maybe aunts and uncles or something.
Yeah, am I getting red? I feel like I'm getting real hot.
You're getting red.
Yeah, it's all
I'm
right.
getting a little
We're
roasty.
gonna power
but-
through it.
Yeah.
My older sister used to be, I don't know why, but she used to have a thing where she'd like make lists in Excel for various
Excel?
things.
With the
Not
links
Excel.
to purchase.
No, not that. Just like I'm saying, like not even just Christmas lists, but like she would just make lists of other things in
yeah.
Excel. So she was an Excel nerd as a child for some reason.
Hmm.
So I probably did handwrite some lists when I was really young, but my formative years, like probably ages 7 through 11, 12, I was always making my lists in Excel.
You know
But
what?
no links, though.
That's pretty
But
interesting.
I was getting to that.
Yeah, there was a couple years where I thought it was like very forward thinking for using like Microsoft Word, where I put the picture in with the name and like maybe
yeah,
a
Word.
link for any relatives I wanted to buy it, make it easy for them. But
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
going to, this is where I was going with this story because, so for my dad's side of the family, the Coughlin's, we do a gift exchange every year. It's not a secret Santa, but everyone gets one person to buy for. There's like 20 of us that get together on Christmas Day. And last year I was buying for my cousin, and I think she was probably 15 at the time, 14 at the time. And so I texted her mom, and I was like, yo, what does she want for Christmas? Anything you haven't got her yet that you want me to get her? And she's like, here's her list. I've already put check marks next to what I've already gotten her. And this thing was insane. Because, yeah, it was a notes app, and it had a description of the item, it had a price, and it had a link to purchase.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, this is insane. Because
all
I never
out.
did that as a kid. I never had the links like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I got to a point where, like I mentioned how I sort of like stopped making lists, but I would still, get things that were like valuable to me and useful. I don't know. I feel like I got to a point where it was like, I'd rather just have someone get me something that they,
That was good.
that they thought was good
I'm with
versus
you.
like, oh, I need this or, want
Plus,
this. Like,
you do want the element of surprise a little
Yeah,
bit. At least
and
I do. Like if
it's
someone,
no fun when you just open up your list.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, I agree.
there's 1 or 2 items that you put on there that you're like, I really want this, and you're going to be excited.
It's more
either
so
way.
I need this. Like socks need
Right,
now.
right. But that I don't know. I think that like excitement just it wanes more quickly when it's all the stuff that you knew you had on your list.
I feel like the listeners probably know the Schultz family the best. What's the dynamic like in the Schultz household Christmas morning?
It's a lot of fun, man. The vibes are up. My mom always makes a great Christmas morning meal. Maybe some fruit salad in there, some pancakes, maybe some waffles. But yeah, whoever finds the pickle, we'll go first, lead it off, and we just go in a circle with all 5 of us, and it's a great time.
Who do you think is like the best gift giver in the family?
Brendan, actually.
That's who I would have voted.
Brendan,
for.
actually.
The oldest.
He'll
oldest
talk about
sister's the
some
best,
trip
for sure.
he was on in like May or June or something. And he'll be like, I picked this out at the gift shop because I knew Christmas you'd appreciate this, like stuff like
Wow.
that. Like he's
That's what you should be doing, Jack. Take notes there.
honestly, I think it's Brendan. I don't even know if it's close. But with that being said, Dano, my mom, and my dad, they do a great job as well.
I will say, just this year, I've seen a meme going around of like, it's like a guy laughing. It's like my dad on Christmas morning watching us open gifts that he has no idea what they are because my mom bought everything. That was totally my dad growing up for sure.
Yeah.
Come on, Dad, step up the game in the holiday season. Dads pull their weight in the summer with the grilling and whatnot, but holiday season, I do think the dads slack a little bit.
I don't know. I feel like it's probably just a lot of, it's probably, the moms are so excited to do it that the dads are like, you can have this. You can have this one.
A little bit. I also know for a fact my dad doesn't wrap any of his gifts either. Like
Stuffs them in a bag.
Well, that's the other part too. Is
the wrapping.
Women are just better at wrapping gifts.
Yeah,
That's just a fact.
I think some things
By and large.
Some things could use a woman's touch.
Yeah,
I agree. Wrapping is one of them.
It's true.
But like in the past, when we were old enough, probably like in high school, my sisters and I, my dad would walk in on Christmas Eve day when we're hosting 20 people at our house with like a dozen gifts from my mom. Be like, can you guys get these wrapped?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean, can we get these wrapped? So we'd be up till 2 o'clock in the morning wrapping gifts and up at the crack of dawn. But yeah, I don't think he's wrapped a gift in the last 15 years.
My dad couldn't even wrap a sandwich to pack my lunch. Like, you think he's gonna wrap like a Christmas gift? No way.
Have you ever? I've had some shameful. I'll take this one on the chin. I've had some shameful presentations back in my day.
Of the wrapping?
Like worse than that. Like not even. I haven't attempted to wrap. I actually
Right.
like wrapping. It's more so of a thing. Like I didn't have paper, ran out of time, maybe forgot.
Mm-hmm.
But like I can remember one Christmas where, I think my sisters and I, either we were at the gift giving stage or we weren't. Or I think maybe I got them something that like didn't cost that much and I felt bad. So I wanted to get them like extra gift cards to put in their stockings too. That was from me. And then it was like Christmas Eve night and it was like after midnight mass. So it was 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, I never got those gift cards. So I literally went to my wallet and pulled out $10 cash and just put a sticky note on it. And I was like, to Lauren, suggested spending, Starbucks. And I just dropped it in the stocking with a sticky note on top of it.
That's all right. That's good.
But hey, it's thought that counts, right?
That's right.
But I think I'm a pretty good rapper. If I take my time, I wrapped. We got a gift coming for you later. I wrapped that, so you can take a look at it, show it to the camera, and you guys can rate it. It wasn't my best work.
The classic is like this happened. Maybe I'm taking after my mom or my parents in terms of being late with the gift giving, but I got a lot of just pictures of the item like printed
that's a
out.
staple
because,
in the
like,
Schultz
it's
household.
coming.
Happens every year.
Late gifts.
We had one that was actually, this was actually really cool because my birthday is on the 28th, so sometimes there were like gifts that were kind of like combined. So one year my parents got us tickets to go see the Harlem Globetrotters, which was really fun, which was actually a really fun thing. They're still performing, I believe. And I would highly recommend going. It was an awesome time. But that was just like, it was just a picture of like the Harlem Globetrotters, and we didn't even really like know what that was. So we were like, oh, cool. Like, random basketball players. We don't know who it is. But it was actually a really good time.
Last year I was proud because, as you know, in the digital world nowadays, like ticket stubs aren't really a thing. You can get the paper printouts, but it's not the same. Tickets are cool to sporting events. So for that Lions game, I'll probably do the same thing for these playoff tickets too. I did like Google like a 2007 Lions ticket stub, and I like recreated it in PowerPoint with the updated logos and stuff like that, and a new picture and a new player.
Nice.
And then I printed it out at ticket size and then put it on cardboard and then cut them out for my dad to open an envelope.
Dude.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then speaking of that, we haven't told you this, Jack, but an idea I had and I shared with Tommy is for our special like out-of-state series for MLW, I want to create cool-looking tickets that can actually be physical and handed out to everybody that comes in, as opposed to just being on like a list online that you purchase tickets for. I think it'd be super cool for that to be like a commemorative item that people can have and always cherish.
That's awesome.
Tickets are cool because that was actually a gift I got last year. Talk about a mom being good at gift giving. But when we went to the World Series, Kyle and I, like one of the coolest sporting events in the world, we had no physical ticket.
What did we get? We got a what do they call it?
We got a program, but
No, there was like a link to like a virtual ticket. It was not what I wanted. But
there was
You
something.
didn't get a physical ticket.
no, what's
though.
the word? It's
It was like a code.
like you can sell
NFT.
it. It was literally an NFT.
Oh, really?
No,
oh, I was
not even-
kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. That's
Oh,
what
wow.
it was. Yeah. But I'm like, I'd much rather just have some sick graphic design
Yeah.
ticket that had both teams on there. Like that'd be way
Which is
better.
a cool
in
thing
my
to
mind.
prove you were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my mom like made me a little framed thing with like picture of Kyle and I at the field, and then a picture of the stadium, and then
Mhm.
it had like the game box score in the corner. I got it like framed in my room right now, so that was cool. Good gift.
No,
Good gift.
after this, I would literally want to show you. It's literally an NFT.
Is it an actual NFT or just like a?
So you still have it on
I
your
think
phone?
so.
then?
Like you can sell it. I think like you open up a link and it's like the ticket, but it's like floating and it has like some video in the background
Sounds kinda
playing.
cool.
I'm pretty well. I'm
Sounds like an
sure
NFT.
you have it too.
Well, they're both sent to you, so I don't have it. But
Oh, just-
transfer me one.
Watch it be like worth like $1 million now.
Yeah. It was a no hitter, so you never know.
Hey, you never know.
You never know. All right. Well, we've been talking a lot, which has been great. Getting me in the holiday spirit. We do have 2 segments planned for you all today. How stupid do I look, by the way? I feel like I look really stupid.
No, not stupid at all.
I hope I look stupid. But
Your cheeks are nice and
they're
rosy.
really, it's appropriate though.
Yeah, it is.
It's the wind burn from
Mhm.
the sleigh rides.
hmm
But we have 2 segments planned.
I need a ho 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 at some point out of
We'll
you.
give one at the end. I got my sleigh bells I can ring too,
Okay.
Jack, to send us
Okay.
off. 2 segments.
When do I get to
planned.
sit on your lap?
Oh, that's for later. 2 segments. Back on track here. Number 1 is we are going to build our dream team wiffle ball roster out of fictional holiday characters. That was the first task
I
at hand
love
here,
this.
brought to the table by your commissioner. That was his idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we're going to wrap up with a franchise gift giving segment, which we'll explain when we get there. But first, let's start with the Wiffle Ball Dream Team fictional character Christmas Squad. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If it's not, we are considering every character from any holiday book, holiday movie, holiday show, and saying which 4 to 5 guys would make the most sense to put out on the field for an MLW series to get you a win.
Mhm.
So this is Commission's idea. We'll let you start.
Oh,
We're probably going to have some overlapping characters here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's okay. Just build your best squad.
got my all-star team right here. Pitching and batting first. I got Buddy the Elf. I mean,
Yeah.
should have known that one. You guys remember that snowball scene? He has a cannon. I mean,
Yeah.
he was letting that
He's
thing
got a
rip.
rocket arm.
So the speed limit might be a thing for him to work around, but I like his leadership. He rallied the troops to save Christmas and Elf, of course. So I think he's got the right to be at the top of my lineup. Second, to balance out Buddy's optimism, I got the Grinch with his pessimism, kind of even out the squad, keep everybody level-headed and not get ahead of
Bad
themselves.
Kemi.
So I got the Grinch in my 2, and if you remember, he kind of had like an arc of a story. Like he hated Christmas, and then he overall believed at the end. So I think he's coming around as a
He
person.
saved it.
Yeah, he saved Christmas.
I don't know if Buddy.
He took it away and then he saved it.
I don't know if Buddy and the Grinch have the best chemistry though. Very important in MLW.
If he saved Christmas, he can maybe save a wiffle ball game. So maybe he'll be my closer.
There you go.
All right. So he's my backup pitcher in the 2 slot, also hitting the Grinch. Third,
two-way guy.
he's not in a particular movie, but just the general idea and figure of Santa.
Okay.
I think he's a big presence, and I think the intimidation factor of if you strike me out, you're going on the naughty list. So you're definitely going to be my 3-hole Santa. I think he's a big guy, can hit some homers, a lot of pop in that bat. I really like what I'm seeing.
A lot of pop in this bat.
That's right. And then number 4, I'm going with the know-it-all kid from Polar Express to do all my scouting of the opposing teams and head my strategy department and my analytics. I think the know-it-all kid has what it takes to kind of turn my lineup around. So that's my squad
This
right
is
there.
the yellow sweater kid.
Yes.
I hate that kid.
I like it.
That's good. That's good. We want
Could
team.
never share a clubhouse with that kid though. I couldn't.
He's going to be
tough.
the Pat Bev of my team.
All right. Well, you want to go next?
Yeah, definitely going to be some overlap. My 1-1 was Buddy the Elf. It's hard to deny.
I don't blame
the
you.
rocket arm. I wasn't even really thinking
also-
about the speed limit,
He's also
which is
a big guy.
something to consider. Yeah, I would imagine he has some pop in the bat.
Yeah.
If his snowball fighting skills are anything indicative of his batting skills,
He's coming out of the North Pole, too. He's played in
Yep.
bad conditions.
He's used to it, which
He's
we
used to
always
it.
get at the
Well,
Meadows.
Right.
let's talk about a couple things here. Number 1, we know he can throw, right?
Yes.
But we know he can play hoops too. He was the best at hooping.
Multi-sport
Oh, yeah, he
athlete.
was hooping.
Doesn't
He
specialize.
also can ice skate.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure he's a phenomenal athlete.
Yeah, and he's durable. He literally walked from the North Pole to
New York
City.
He's
so
worked in the Big
he's-
Apple, dude. He's
Yeah.
a diverse human.
I mean, yeah,
Very
and he got
gritty.
hit by a taxi cab.
Yep.
Didn't phase him.
Yep.
Number 2, I'm gonna go with, just because we want to keep the league young and youthful. I'm gonna go with my boy Kevin from Home Alone.
Good.
He really knows how to get out of a jam.
He does.
So I feel like he'd be a solid pick. Smart kid.
Tough to corral.
Tough to crack. So I think he has a lot of composure for his age.
Yep.
I like that one.
Kind of reminds me of an RJ Walgate type kid. So
just a few inches shorter.
Just a few inches shorter and a little bit younger.
You're set for the future too. He's got a lot of years ahead of him.
Right, exactly. Yep, building for the future. I also had the Grinch, honestly, just because it's my favorite Christmas movie, and he's just a savage. Like, I think he's an athlete. And I feel like it'd be really hard to pitch to a green
monster
being. Like, I think that would throw the pitchers off.
He could also probably handle the mosquitoes at the Meadows pretty well.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
My last pick, I think you picked 4. My last pick was going to be, I actually just watched this movie for the first time and can't believe that I hadn't watched it before.
Put it on your list. What is it?
I feel like a lot of our fans may have not seen this movie because it's very old, but George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life.
I have
seen it.
It's very old.
And I'm picking him solely off just him just being such a great guy, such a good guy. I think he'd be a great team player.
Good
Like you said,
guy.
the chemistry, just great for the locker room. I know he would do whatever needed to be done for the team to win and stay together. So that'd be my last pick.
All right. Solid squad. I have some overlap for sure, but I have a couple curveballs here. I tried to get a little creative.
Good pun.
I wrote down my list. Did my homework here.
Santa's list.
Santa's list here. Let's see who made the nice list. So, batting leadoff. This is a little bit of a stretch, but I count this as a Christmas character. Let me put my milk down. Forgot my cookies. So, batting leadoff is one of the most agile, young, quick-witted athletes out there, and that's Snoopy. Snoopy is
like
everything you want in a leadoff hitter. Like I said, he's fast. He's scrappy. He can do it all. I've seen him fly. I've seen him set up Thanksgiving dinner in 5 minutes. At Christmas time, he's doing it all. So I got Snoopy hitting leadoff. I guess it's more of a baseball style leadoff hitter, whereas in wiffle ball, you usually put your best athlete first.
Yep.
But I'm going with Snoopy at the 1 hole. I think he's going to get on base for my 2 hitter, which is the big bat in the lineup, which is Buddy the Elf.
Right.
Okay.
Obligatory.
He's on the dream team across the board, first team All-American wiffle ball. I don't need to say too much more. I think I already explained my reasoning there. This one is another curveball here. I feel like when it comes to wiffle ball, it's an odd sport. It's very quirky. You have guys. I think of guys like AJ Ackerman, the Michael Shimas, the unsung heroes that are there's always a little bit of mystery around them, and they may not be the biggest names in the world. Maybe a little bit forgettable, some would say, across certain seasons. But at the end of the day, they contribute and they're important and they can be clutch when needed. So I have the Ghost in Polar Express.
Interesting.
Just because of the mystique.
Yes.
You never know.
I like it. I thought you were going to say, I wish to be a Christmas tree.
No. But that would have been a good answer too. But I wrote down the Ghost just because
I like
he
that.
did save a few lives in the clutch. So he has the clutch gene. He's sitting on top of the train. So he's kind of a man of grit, which I like. And
I like it.
I figured you guys wouldn't pick that one, so I thought it was a good, unique addition.
Clever.
My honorable mention was going to be, have you guys seen the animated movie, another old one? I think it's called A Year Without Santa Claus.
Oh, have I seen that?
I don't
With the
believe
Heat
so.
Miser. Do you know
Yeah,
who
I've
the
seen
Heat
Heat Miser,
Miser is? Yeah. I think he'd just be a spark. He'd be hot.
the
he'd
Heat
come
Miser-
in, he'd throw gas.
He was on my draft board.
Yeah.
I did my research today.
Yeah.
He was on my draft
honorable
board.
mention there.
In my 4-hole, I also had an overlap from Jack. Kevin from Home Alone.
Mhm.
Same reason, though. Just can get out of any situation. Scrappy. I think he has that wiffle ball
Yeah.
type thing going on with him. So, yeah, I have it number 4. Could be a role player. But really, I expect Buddy the Elf to do the majority of the pitching on the squad. And Snoopy to try to be the spark plug in the lineup.
I think you guys are sleeping on my know-it-all kid pick, by the way. I
don't like that kid.
I know, but I think he would take a page out of Ryan Kelly's book and he would really do the numbers on opposing pitchers and be like, I'm playing the odds game here. I'm just not swinging and I'm going to get a walk. I think he would do that more than any other hitter and once again flip around my lineup.
I like it. I like the logic.
I think Santa would be fun to play with, but not on my team. Not on my all-star team. Maybe MLW Red, but not on my team.
He's a slow guy. I will say he's gonna have to be homer or bust, or else he's not gonna get to first. I don't think.
Oh man, am I getting warm over here? All right.
Can we have you appear like this in the summer sometime?
No. This is a one-time thing.
Keep the skeeters off.
We have to have this in a video.
It wouldn't be worth it. Actually, that'd be a good debate to have, the Santa suit or mosquitoes. But it's just too much. They'd be getting in.
Let's do a Christmas and summer promotional day. Like every minor league team does it. Yeah, Christmas in July, we're doing it.
Well, we'll have to hire somebody for that. What's our next segment going to be? The franchise gift giving. You guys ready for that?
Franchise gift giving.
Let's give some gifts.
Yep.
So the idea behind this one, guys, I guess this will sort of wrap the show. We'll see. We like to ramble. Where's my notes here? So basically, we got 8 teams in MLW, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think all of them could be in use of something this holiday season to potentially better themselves in the future. Maybe it's talent. Maybe it's not. I told the fellas to get creative with this one. So I assigned Kyle to do the Magic and Eagles. Yep. Then I took the remaining AL teams, being the Wildcats, Predators, and Cobras. Then Jack, I gave you the remaining NL teams, being Mallards, D-backs, and Gators. So we want to just alternate here. How do you want to do this?
Go around.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll start us off. We'll go me, then Jack, then Kyle.
Sure.
Okay.
So let's start with the Preds. Okay. This holiday season, I would like to give Warda, Cratch, and company a couple things. First thing is each guy in that group's getting an umbrella for me because they seem to always be playing in the rain. So the Preds are all going to get umbrellas, maybe ponchos too.
Good call.
Russell really appreciate that one. So the Preds are going to get an umbrella from Tom for Christmas this year, as well as I'm going to give them one free counseling session to help them work through their group chats. Because if you guys can see those screenshots in the Predators group chats,
that's good.
Truly unbelievable.
That's thoughtful of you.
Truly unbelievable.
Very thoughtful.
So Merry Christmas, Predators.
Nice.
That's what I had.
Okay. Who's the first one on my list?
Do D-backs first.
The D-backs. The D-backs. I thought a good gift for them would be custom real lightsabers, because I love the celly that they do always when they hit the home run. You guys can go back and watch the videos, but they do sort of a sword fight lightsaber simulation. I think I got to have Kyle at some point actually edit in some lightsabers into that. You ever seen like The Office where the juggle? Yeah, that would be really funny. So I think that's my gift for the D-backs. Custom lightsabers.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Eagles, I'm going to say it, and I want you to guess why I'm saying this. Camel riding lessons.
For the Eagles?
Yes.
Because they can't get over the hump.
We need to teach them to get over the hump. Past couple years, they blew it against the D-backs and the Magic. Games 3 through 5, they're just right there, but not over the hump. So I think some camel riding lessons would help them in that department.
That would actually be a great satirical gift. Team bonding, it'd be fun. Yeah. Where are you going to send them to? Africa?
It might have to be.
There's local camels, I think. Does the zoo have camels? I've ridden a camel somewhere. Maybe it was Disney World. I think so.
I don't know if local zoos here have camels.
It must have been Disney World. I've gotten over the hump before. I have. I think it must have been Disney, but I swear I've sat on a camel at some point in my life.
And then are we doing the Magic gift right now?
No, we'll wrap with that one.
All right. So we're leaving the Magic for later. So we actually have a gift for you.
Okay.
All right. Up next, I have the Coastal Cobras. This one is going to take some work for me, maybe work on Kyle too. But for the Cobras, this isn't the gift of giving. This is the gift of removing. And for this holiday season, I would like to log into the MLW YouTube channel account and delete games 3 through 5 from the 2017 World Series, mostly for Drew Davis. I don't want any new fans to bring any more toxicity into Drew's DM. So we're going to just get rid of those games, pretend they never happened, so Drew can finally move on from that part of his past. But I think you did a good job there too, helping him out with that.
Yeah,
that was probably the best gift you could have given Drew this holiday season.
Like I said, you're welcome, Cobes. You're welcome. Leading into my gift for the Mallards, I was thinking,
I'm all ears.
We could kind of, I guess it's really for you, Tommy, and me, but could be for the whole team. I was thinking just like the classic shirts that's like thing 1, thing 2. Because we were the only managers to come back from a 2-0 deficit in a World Series. So we're kind of thing 1, thing 2 here. Co-host on the pod.
Yeah.
And then also part of that would be a deck of Uno, a game of Uno. Because I think something that could help the Mallards would be if you guys maybe applied a Uno reverse card to Noah Dabrico's retirement. And he came back to the Mallards, provided a spark, help you a little bit more run support in the playoffs, maybe push through.
Well said.
Next year.
Well said. Uno, by the way, great game.
Great game.
I actually love Uno. I
Mhm.
learned some more advanced rules to Uno. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not kidding.
It's very good. It's a very fun game.
All right. Last but not least, I have the Western Wildcats on my list.
What am I getting, Tom?
I got a couple things for you. For the Cats, this is really for you, Kyle. I give you guys the gift of an infinite amount of risers popped up down the first baseline so
I
that
like
Kyle
that.
Schultz can go steal them over and over and over again for an unlimited amount of outs next year.
Nice.
Also, I gift you old Nick Saylor back. 2023 Saylor, he's gone. Give me 2020,
Very nice
2021,
of you. I like that.
2022. Bring him back. Saylor, come on back home, buddy. It's Christmas time.
Nice.
I think he's got it in him too.
I think he's got it in him. But
So
you wrap up with
the Gators. Yeah,
They need a lot.
They need a lot.
A lot on their Christmas list.
They need
this
a
year.
lot. They had a lot. But I was trying to be thoughtful.
Mhm.
I was trying to be really thoughtful, really think about what they need. So I kind of got them like a basket. It's got some flip-flops, some suntan lotion,
We get plenty of use out of that
some
stuff.
sunglasses, nice beach shirts
Oh, yeah.
just for their annual trips to Cancun.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be prepared.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot. All right, now and for the pure audio listeners, I am now giving a physical gift to Jack, in which me and Tommy are very proud of. I think you will enjoy, Jack. Here we go.
This is for the Magic.
This is for the Magic.
This is for the Magic and for you, Jack. But
Oh boy.
I don't want to say too much. I want you to have it. First of all, wrap job. It's not great, but it's not bad, is it? Look at the wrap job.
Oh, I
It's not
cannot
great, but
wait
it's
to
not
see the
awful, is
look
it?
on
This
your
is-
face, Jack.
Oh, I
is
got
pretty good.
a mistake there. It looks like it came untucked a little bit, but
This is better than average.
better than average.
Better than what I would do.
Okay, I'll
For
take
sure.
it.
Yeah, you did a good job.
I like the
I've
wrapping
done.
paper
That's one of
too.
my worst jobs. That was my first gift wrap of the year too.
So normally another tradition is
Guesses?
we, try to guess.
Yep.
you might be able to guess this. Let's see. I'll
This
give
is
you.
very
I'll give,
light.
I'll give you 2 tries. 2 tries. You have no idea.
I feel like it might be like, is it like a ball from the World Series or something?
It's a good guess. It's good. No, don't tell me yes or no. It's a good guess. But one more guess.
I don't know. The suspense is killing me. I kind of just want to open it
Just
now.
open it.
I made it easy for you to open.
Okay, good.
One of the sides should be very easy to open. Not that side, opposite side. That should be easy to open right there.
Not this side.
Yes, that side.
No, we're going this
Well,
side.
there should be just small tape on both sides.
We'll just go Hulk smash on it.
Yeah, Hulk smash it.
Hulk smash.
Here we go.
This is great podcasting, by the way.
Oh, no way, dude.
Crack that thing open.
This is elite.
It actually is
Going-
really nice.
Going to you and all the boys on the Magic.
Oh my gosh.
Not available to the public yet, but soon to be.
Let the audio listeners.
Oh, dude.
in on what you're seeing.
This is so sick. For you audio listeners, what I got right here is a trucker style snapback hat with 2023 MLW World Series champions, Atlanta, Georgia. Oh man.
One of the most
This
elite
is
hats
so cool.
Put that sucker on. I
that
wanna
we've
see you wrap
made,
it.
and will be on MLWmerch.com very soon.
I'll be honest. I was actually very salty when I opened it up. I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
we're jealous, Jack.
God, I wish we won, dude. I was really upset that it
Look at
wasn't
that
me.
first look.
It does look good on you, though. I can't
How's
lie.
it look?
It looks amazing.
Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, fellas.
It does look really good.
Wands up.
So
See, that's a thoughtful gift.
We
That's
want
an
it-
awesome gift. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
that does look really good on you. Do you like it?
I love it.
I'm really
I
happy
love
with
it,
how they
dude.
turned out.
This is sick.
We of course wanted to get these out as fast as possible. So like the day you guys won, we ordered them the next day. Took some time to get here, of course. So Kyle and I are still sort of strategizing the rollout for these to the public. But stay tuned. Probably right at the top of the new year.
Limited edition, by the way.
Limited
Not-
edition.
Not a lot of
We did
quantity.
not make many of them. So if you really want one, definitely be ready to buy.
Who did this?
Our guy Cole.
Cole
Nice.
That's when you know it's good.
Come on.
Yeah.
When you
nice
drop on
job,
Cole.
did turn out really good. You like the
Dude,
rope
this is
too?
awesome. I love the color.
Yeah,
The rope. Gotta have the rope.
it's just very wearable. If only it said Mallards on it.
Give the
Come
give
on,
the
man.
camera a nice look, a little close up.
We'll get a shot. Yeah, you look like you were born to wear that hat too. I gotta be honest.
You gotta love Tommy, we've talked about this before, how when you just put a hat on it fits right. You know
That's
what
why
I mean?
when we got it and I looked at it, I'm like, oh, this is sick. And then I put it on, looked in the mirror, and I was like, should have been us. It should have been us. A salty gift
Hey,
giver.
maybe that Uno reverse card.
You know when you buy
Daberco could be
you
the
know when you
spark.
like see something like, oh, that'd be a great gift for my dad or my friend, and then you're like, I kind of want this for myself. That
Yeah.
was one of those moments right there.
Oh,
But
man.
they turned out so good.
You guys are the best.
Very, very happy.
You guys are the best.
It
Very
looks really good
appreciative.
on you.
Very thoughtful of you guys.
Looks
Thank
good.
you.
No problem.
Hey, we got some more gifts to give out.
We do have a couple. My gifts suck though. I stink. I'll go first.
I don't even have gifts, Tommy.
My gifts, it's a gift to both. It's a gift to the podcast.
Okay.
I was saying Santa's gifts are kind of weak this year. The elves were busy, but I
Same time open, Jack?
didn't want to
Sure,
show.
let's do it.
Yeah, definitely same time. When
Go.
it's the same shaped gift, you want to go at the same time. That's a good rule of thumb that you should always keep in mind in your life. Hey. But at least you'll get some usage out of it.
Attaboy,
Right?
There we
Tom.
go.
Hey,
Always applicable.
you cannot go
You'll use
wrong
it.
with gift cards.
Cannot.
You can't. I mean,
Cannot
you'll
go
use it,
wrong.
right?
I'm going to use
I
it.
will
Use
definitely
it.
use it.
I'm going to use it.
So it's
I will
something.
use it. We've been Sarah and I have just been adding like things that, you know, it's like, oh, we should order that off Amazon. It's like, we'll just wait. Maybe we'll get some gift cards.
Well, there you
know
go.
what I mean?
There we go. Buy yourself something nice for the new apartment.
And then last gift.
Last
This is
gift.
actually going to both of you,
Yeah, I heard it's a combined gift.
to the podcast, and hopefully being the start to filling up this wall. I think you guys will enjoy this one.
All right.
Ooh.
Should I do the honors?
Yeah, you do it.
All right.
Come on, Santa. Santa deserves a gift too.
Santa deserves a brand new bag.
Santa's coming.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning.
10 a.m.
Your beloved,
Oh, yes.
your
No singing in the
beloved
North
team,
Pole.
Tom.
Jack.
That's going right there.
Yeah.
What we need now is a little stamp.
Forward down the
NFC
field.
North Champs 2023 when it happens.
Alliance team.
This wall
that
was-
will not use.
This wall was missing your favorite team up there, so
It really is. This is nice. Where are we going to put it? Which side? Who gets it is the question. You can go-
Wherever it fits best.
Yeah, we'll fill her up. I actually do have one more gift for you, Jack. I could go get it right now.
Come on, dude.
I have one more. It's a very small gift.
You
but
really
we'll go
where's
get
our
it.
gifts, Jack?
You're really rubbing it
No,
in,
this is
man.
one gift.
All the
Hold on, I'll be right
comments.
back.
Jack is
I'm
so
gonna get slandered. in the comments.
egotistical. No gifts given. Oh, that's a good idea.
From Kyle and myself.
The official
Oh, let's go.
Tops Allen Ginter cards.
These have already like tripled in value, haven't they?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of eBay listings out there.
We gave Jack a set of the Tommy Coughlin and Kyle Schultz, Allen and Ginter cards. We finally got our bulk set.
Dude,
And
this
I
is
did-
elite.
Jack, I did promise the Pipe It Up listeners if I did get some in bulk, I'd give some away. So,
You're the man.
holiday season, if you guys want a Tommy Coughlin Allen Ginter card, send me a DM. I'll pick 5 of you, and I'll mail them to you. I'll put it in a little sleeve for you. We'll send them out after the new year. So that's my gift to all of you guys. Thank you for listening all year long. It's kind of our closing for the year, Jack.
Give a nice ho ho ho.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Well, before I
Yeah,
give the
ho,
ho
ho,
ho ho
ho.
to send us off, anything you want to say to the listeners for another good year?
I mean, you know, we had Kamish on here talking about just some of the numbies that the main channel hit, but I mean, I feel like this was by far the best year all in all for the podcast. I mean, we came out with a full video podcast now that are up on YouTube, which is brand new. We've got this wonderful studio here. Feel like you and I have been hitting our stride a little bit more with the podcast.
Gotten better.
Improving. Got some feedback. Loving the support. Every time we had, you know, some sort of in-person event with the fans, always got good feedback from individuals about how much they love the podcast and how they listen to it. Can't wait for it every Tuesday when it comes out. So just shout out to all you listeners, all you fans out there that showed up to our events and stuff this year, supporting us. Something I just really like being a part of. And credit to Tommy. We've sort of like transitioned through different responsibilities, I would say, in terms of the work and how it's divided with the podcast. And Tommy's really been doing essentially all of the work. I pretty much just show up and talk at this point. So credit to him for, you know, grinding out these edits for the video pod and you audio listeners. And yeah, it's been an awesome year.
I will say, Jack, you mentioned that too, because we posted our Spotify Wrapped, of course, but that doesn't cover anything on YouTube or any other streaming platform for that matter. So yeah, we did probably about double our listenership this year, which is cool.
It's awesome.
And I also say it's easy to forget because we did so much cool stuff this year, but we did have a pretty big guest on here with Sparky from Dude Perfect, which I'm so thankful that he did that for us. We also had Nurk on as well as another special guest, and I hope to do more in the future. So that was definitely a cool thing we accomplished this year on the pod.
Yeah.
Studio was fun. Jack, I appreciate you driving out here every week. It's a long drive through the elements as well, and after a long work day, so I know it's not easy. But yeah, a lot of long nights editing, but it is fun. If I wasn't tired, it'd be fun. The tired part stinks, but it is fun. And it was a good time. A lot of good memories this year. I think we did get better.
Yeah.
Voice is still cracking. I'm still mumbling and stumbling on my words from time to time, but I think we did improve.
For sure.
Which we could still do a lot better. I think we want to try to incorporate more segments for you guys from week to week and have some consistency. We've been studying some good podcasts that do that kind of thing. But overall, across the board, I think we did get better this year.
Yeah. And always looking for feedback too. You know, you guys who have been around and been listening to this podcast for a while, some things that you like that we do or that you don't like that we do, just let us know. Always open to feedback, and listeners, we want to put a product out there that you guys like. So all the feedback's welcome.
And then before your concluding remarks, Tom, I just want to say back in December of 2019, when we started this podcast, there was always a vision of what this could blossom into. And I will say in 2023, you guys are really hitting that vision for, I think, 3 reasons why I think 2023 was the best year ever for the podcast. Number one is we got a better physical space and studio, for lack of a better term, to film it. Always a big goal of mine. I think can still be improved, but was huge in consistency and just more of a comfortable type of vibe to film every single week. So I think that was a huge transition point for us. Number 2, Tommy, with the short form content. Also, Jack, I think you've maybe edited a few short form clips this year.
No.
But still, the fact that you guys are putting out short form content is something we never used to do with Pipe It Up. So with YouTube Shorts and then on TikTok, having separate channels for Pipe It Up as opposed to just all of them at MLW, I think was huge for us. Kind of distinguishes the two and allows you guys to build your own brand separate from just MLW. And then number 3 is just the consistency aspect. I don't think you guys missed a single week. I don't believe you missed a single week last year too. So 2 years of that, maybe even 3 of 2021, just something to not graze over, something very special, and kind of boils down to the pillars of what we stand for as a company in general. The MLW is just consistency and putting your passion into it every single week. I think is why things grow, and Pipe It Up is no exception. So congrats on another great year, guys.
I will say though, speaking of not taking a week off, might be a fun time to bring this up. But
good plug.
Yeah, good plug.
We're taking a week off.
Yeah, well,
it's the holidays.
We, after consideration, Jack, I haven't talked to you about this yet, but I'm thinking we maybe do 2.
2 weeks off.
2 weeks off.
Okay.
Which we haven't done in the past, but with the way the holiday falls this year, guys, we have a Tuesday, December 26th, so that one will be off. And then January 2nd, which I think I plan to be traveling on. You'll be out of town. You have a birthday the 28th, and I don't know when you start work again, but it's a little bit awkward. I apologize, but I think we should just resume on the 9th, start fresh, 2 weeks clean, bring our A game on the 9th, I think is the best strategy.
Yeah, I'm all for that. You guys can take the time that you would have been listening to Pipe It Up and instead maybe, play a game with your family members or spend some time in thought.
Some time in thought. I like that. All right. Well, for me, Santa's sweating. It's been a long year. I do appreciate it again, guys. All your guys' support. It was a fun year.
You got a big week ahead of you. You got to deliver some gifts.
Yeah, I got a lot to do. I got to whip Buddy the Elf into shape here. I got to get Rudolph ready. I got to fix the engine because the Christmas spirit ain't doing it anymore. But that being said, guys, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you all in 2024.
Hype it up.